Please like the video and remember to subscribe to my channel for new videos daily. Have you ever experienced the sting of betrayal from someone you deeply trusted? It's a pain that cuts deep, doesn't it? Betrayal. It's a word that carries a weight, a sting, a deep-seated pain. When it involves someone we've trusted, someone we've opened our hearts to, it's a wound that cuts to the core. It's a storm that leaves a trail of confusion, hurt, and disillusionment in its wake. In the world of relationships, trust is the foundation. It's the glue that binds us together, the currency that fuels our interactions. But when that trust is broken, when betrayal enters the scene, it's as if the ground underneath us crumbles. Suddenly, the world as we know it is turned upside down. The devastation that follows betrayal can be immense, leaving a relationship in ruins. It's a difficult journey, a challenging path, but what if I told you that trust, once broken, could be rebuilt? To rebuild trust, we first need to understand what trust really means. Trust, in essence, is the bedrock of any thriving relationship. It's like a silent agreement, an understanding between two people that they can rely on each other, that they are safe with each other. When we trust, we are placing a part of ourselves, our well-being, our peace of mind in another person's hands. Trust is not just about being truthful or keeping secrets, it's about showing up, being there, proving that you're someone to be counted on. Trust is faith in a person's character, their intentions, and their actions. It's believing that the person you trust has your best interest at heart, even when you're not around. The beauty of trust is that it's not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process, always evolving, always being tested and strengthened. Now that we understand trust, we can start to explore how to rebuild it. The first step in rebuilding trust is acknowledgement and apology. When trust is shattered, the pieces need to be acknowledged before they can be put back together. The betrayer must recognize the actions that led to this point and the pain they've caused. They must also acknowledge the damage done to the relationship, the trust that was lost. Without this recognition, there can be no healing. An apology then becomes the first brick in the rebuilding process. But it's not just any apology, it must be sincere and heartfelt, showing a genuine understanding of the hurt inflicted. It should be an apology that doesn't deflect blame or make excuses, but rather takes full responsibility for the actions that led to the betrayal. This acknowledgement and apology can initiate the healing process, opening a path towards rebuilding trust. However, it's crucial to remember that this is just the initial step on a long journey. An apology is only the beginning though, there's more work to do. Step 2 is all about open communication. This isn't just about talking. It's about opening up, expressing feelings, and laying bare your concerns. It's about creating a safe space where both partners can share, listen, and understand. Communication is like the bridge that connects two islands, allowing passage of thoughts, feelings, and ideas. It's not just about speaking your mind, but also about actively listening to your partner, understanding their perspective, and validating their feelings. When trust is broken, the bridge is damaged. Open communication is the tool we use to repair it. It's about being honest, even when it's tough, and being open, even when it's painful. It's about expressing your hurt, your fears, your hopes, and your dreams. Remember, rebuilding trust isn't a one-time event, but a continuous process. It's a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and a lot of open communication. Open communication paves the way for understanding and empathy. The third step is consistent actions. Taking a step forward, it's essential to understand that actions speak louder than words. In the aftermath of a betrayal, the person who has been unfaithful or dishonest must demonstrate a commitment to change through their actions, not just their words. Let's delve into this a bit more. When trust is shattered, it's like a mirror that's been broken. You can glue it back together, but the cracks will still be visible. Trying to rebuild trust is akin to this. It's a fragile process that requires patience, understanding, and most importantly, consistent actions. Our actions are the most tangible expressions of our intentions. They are the reality against which our words are measured. Merely saying, "I'll change," or "I won't do it again," might provide a momentary sense of relief, but it's the follow-through that truly matters. That's where consistent actions come into play. Consistent actions are a series of small, steady steps that demonstrate commitment over time. They are the daily decisions that reflect an earnest effort to make things right. It could be as simple as coming home on time every day, being more open with your feelings, or making an effort to share more about your day. It's these little things that slowly add up to create a pattern of behavior that radiates trustworthiness. But remember, consistency doesn't mean perfection. Everyone makes mistakes, and that's okay. It's about learning from these mistakes and using them as stepping stones towards better behavior. It's about showing your partner that you're willing to put in the hard work, to be honest, and to make changes for the sake of the relationship. Consistency in this sense is about creating a new narrative, one where trust and honesty are the bedrocks. It's about showing up, day after day, in the most authentic way possible, proving that you're committed to rebuilding the trust that was once lost. Consistency is the key that can unlock the door to healing and rebuilding trust. It's a long journey, but every step counts. And remember, it's not about grand gestures but the small, consistent actions that speak volumes about your commitment to change. Consistent actions can slowly but surely restore trust. The final step in rebuilding trust is patience and time. This stage is perhaps the most challenging, yet the most crucial. It's the stage where the fruits of your previous efforts start to bloom, but also where you are most tempted to rush the process and skip ahead, potentially undoing all your hard work. Patience is a virtue, and nowhere is this truer than in the process of rebuilding trust. It's about understanding that healing can't be rushed, that wounds take time to mend, and that trust, once broken, requires time to be rebuilt. Patience is about resisting the urge to rush things, to demand immediate results, to expect instant change. Instead, it's about allowing the process to unfold naturally, at its own pace. Time, on the other hand, is the ultimate healer. It's the space that allows for growth, for change, for healing to occur. It's the canvas upon which the picture of your renewed relationship is painted. Time is the soil in which the seeds of trust, once sown, can grow and flourish. But time alone is not enough, and neither is patience. Both parties must be willing to invest time into healing the relationship. This investment is not just about waiting for things to get better, it's about actively participating in the healing process. It's about being present, being engaged, being committed to the journey of rebuilding trust. Patience and time are not passive observers in this process. They are active participants. They are the fuel that powers the engine of healing, the water that nurtures the seed of trust, the light that guides you out of the darkness of betrayal and into the light of a renewed relationship. In the end, remember that rebuilding trust is not an overnight process. It's a journey that requires patience, time, and consistent effort. But the reward is worth the effort, for there is no greater joy than a relationship based on trust, respect, and love. With patience, time, and consistent effort, trust can be rebuilt. So how do we rebuild trust after betrayal? Let's recap. It starts with acknowledgement and apology, recognizing the hurt caused and expressing genuine remorse. Then comes open communication, sharing feelings, fears, and hopes honestly. Next, we need consistent actions, showing through behavior that change is real. Finally, patience and time. Healing takes time and trust rebuilds slowly. Remember, rebuilding trust is a journey, not a destination. But with these steps, you can make that journey a little easier.